best-loved national park says its visitors don't reflect the diversity of modern society and it must make changes. But attempts to make the Lake District National Park in Cumbria more inclusive have sparked a number of rows, including a judicial review in the High Court. One prominent local councillor has told Sky News that people should either accept the countryside as it is or go elsewhere. Gerard Tubb reports.
Major engineering work underway in the heart of one of Britain's most protected landscapes. This is the Keswick to Threlkeld Trail in the Lake District, and this £8 million project to make it accessible to more people after flood damage has sparked a row over who our national parks are for.
This is a very typical kind of path that you'll find in the Lake District.
The Park Authority's chief executive walked with me on a less accessible footpath and explained that national parks have to adapt to survive.
We need to be able to sell the national park to everybody in Britain, all society. And it's important that it doesn't just become exclusive to one single use group. The moment we get into that position, I think national parks start to lose their relevance, and therefore the very reason for calling it a national park and spending public money on keeping it fantastic and special and beautiful as it is.
It's that mission that's behind the Park Authority's decision not to ban 4x4 vehicles from some green lanes, working instead to accommodate them. It's infuriated traditionalists who are now taking the matter to the High Court. While the use of tarmac on the Keswick Trail has led the local town council to pass a vote of no confidence in the planners. They think changing some areas of the Lake District to attract younger, less white, less able-bodied visitors is wrong.
We have a phenomenal arrangement, a phenomenal selection of outdoor clothing shops here for a reason. Come and buy them. Come and put them on and get yourself out of the hills. If you get wet, it won't hurt you. If you get cold, put something else on.
Britain's best countryside has passionate supporters. But the government commissioned a report in 2018 that says protected landscapes must become less exclusive. Whatever happens, it seems conflict between those who want change and those who don't will continue. Gerard Tubb, Sky News in Cumbria.
Well, Andrew Hall is Campaigns Officer at Campaign for National Parks. He joins us from County Durham. Andrew, really good to talk to you today. I mean, firstly, what do you make of these calls to make the Lake District more inclusive?
Well, I'm discriminating. Like people like myself, I'm disabled. I've got lack of mobility in my lower legs. So I used to be mountaineering, climbing, hiking, wild camping in the lakes, but ever since a lot of surgeries, I can't do that anymore on foot. So I rely on the 4x4 to help get me out into nature and what I love in the beautiful countryside. If the lanes get closed off, people like me, and there's not just me, hundreds of thousands of we'll miss the opportunity to get out and explore. It's not good if all the green lanes get shut.
So can you give us a sense of how these green lanes work? Because I'm guessing there are already rules and regulations that are currently in place that prevent people from going off-piste.
Yeah, there's gates, there's signposts, the mapping system that I use, it's all on GPS, and you can see all the tracks are defined on all the OS maps. Every time I go out, I always check the council's definitive maps to make sure all the green lanes are open and legal to use, make sure they don't have any restrictions on them or like directional voluntary restraints. And once I know that the route is safe and legal to drive, then we'll go out. But we're always mindful of other people's lands. Obviously, we know most of the tracks pass through farmland and whatnot, and we're always very, very cautious. Like in the video that was shown, that day we actually rescued a sheep out of the fence as well. So if like a ram had its horn stuck in between the fence, so help rescue that out. I've been out personally and helped repair green lanes as well, the ones that have been damaged.
Yeah, because the argument goes that, look, the Lake District is a Lake District. We should just simply accept the environment as it is. And there would be lots of places that people who aren't able-bodied could go and visit, perhaps not in the Lake District, but elsewhere in the country.
Yeah, it's exactly. I've been able to explore a lot of the UK through the green lanes, and for me, that's been massive for my mental health. Obviously, being cooped up, I'm waiting to go in for my 10th operation now on my hips. So it's like it's a way of life for me now, is being able to get out on the green lanes and still feel like I can get out and explore.
There's also this suggestion that places like the Lake District are weighted too heavily towards older, able-bodied, white, often middle-class people. I mean, what is your assessment of that from your experience?
It is discriminating. Like it's the Lake District. It should be for anyone and everyone. We're not just the Lake District. Everywhere, Northumberland, Yorkshire, everywhere. It should be for everyone. The land is there for every. Like I can't express that enough. Like.
And if these green lanes were ever scrapped, were ever cancelled, I mean, what would that mean for people such as yourself who do have a passion for places like the Lake District National Park?
Yeah, for me, I'm self-employed as a bushcraft and foraging instructor. So I've got a private little woodland whereabouts I teach that. But I like to get out and explore and find new places, experience new things, go and find waterfalls, caves and stuff like that. But like I say, I can't do that by my own feet anymore. So I need to be able to drive in a 4x4 and accessing the green lanes and like the rural country roads. That's how I do that, and along with many other people.
And what about, these claims and arguments that, if you do allow 4x4s onto parts of the Lake District, if you do end up tarmacking part of the landscape, you're, doing massive destruction to the local environment. You should just leave it as it is.
Yeah, plus like, if the tarmac it, like all the other high passes in the Lake District, the amount of traffic that'll start using them. At the minute, there's only like a handful of motors that'll use them like once a weekend, something like that. But obviously, if they get tarmacked, you're going to get a lot more traffic going through them, and possibly even more accidents, stuff like that. But it's there for everyone to enjoy.
There for everyone to enjoy. Okay, Andrew Hall, Communications and Campaigns Officer at the Campaign for National Parks. Good to chat to you this afternoon. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's take a look at some of the other